Hey, I think I'm online. Yes. If so, welcome. And if you're watching me in a replay, thanks for rewatching it. And if you're live with me, then say hello so I can say hello to you as well. This is my second Talky Tuesday live stream. I have no idea if this time slot is convenient for you, so leave a comment if, hey, Peter, welcome. Are you not supposed to be working, Peter, or are you on a lunch break? And even if you are working, I think this is a very good excuse. You just have to watch me talk. That's the best thing to do on a workday. No, so let me know, is this time slot a good time for you? Because of all the time differences in the world, is this a good way to do? Should I do it an hour earlier or an hour later? Or for me, this is just after dinner. Hey, Jesse, welcome. Great that you're here as well. How are you guys doing? So Peter, leave a comment. How are you doing? Jesse, how are you doing? We just talked on Instagram a few days ago, but tell me, how are you? And how is the work week going? Eating lunch. Oil balls? You are not eating oil balls for lunch, Peter. You wish. I don't think they sell oil balls in New York, do they? So yeah, this is the second Talky Tuesday, and today I had a theme, and the theme was how I prepare for a trip. So if you have any questions on how I prepare for a trip, put it down in the question box and I will answer it. And otherwise, just send in some stuff that I can react to, because I'd love to know what you guys are doing at the moment and how you are doing. And I will all incorporate that all into this Talky Tuesday, because Talky Tuesdays is just about talking to each other and still keeping away from the flu. Yeah, that's good, Jesse. Stay away from the flu. The flu season here is going on as well. It's not as bad as last year yet. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. And since Tim and I will be traveling next week, or in 1.5 weeks, we will be traveling, not this Sunday, but the Sunday after. We'll be traveling to Spain, to Mallorca, and we are looking forward to it a lot. So let's hope that we don't get the flu. And yeah, my friend Evelyn from Culture Eats, she got the norovirus when she was traveling to Mexico, and she was, well, bed bound for a few days, and that was horrible for her. So yeah, fingers crossed that the flu skips us. Let me see what Peter's telling you. You consolidating bags. We have gotten better, but we have checked 3 bags each. Now we do a big checked bag, a backpack. Oh, you are talking about the travel. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's something. You are having less luggage to go with you. But we had three checked bags each. Ooh, that's a lot, actually. That is really a lot. Tim and I, we will be traveling very light this time to Spain. We will be traveling with 2 backpacks and 1 small suitcase. We only go there for 6 days. And oh, yeah, that's your question. Yeah, please help. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Peter. That's what I'm telling what we will do. But you are going for a little bit longer than us, so I understand that you need to bring a little bit more. We try to travel as light as possible, but when we go to New York later in the year, then we will bring a big suitcase each, because it will be winter, so we need big and heavier clothes. We need proper anything, and this trip is just a small trip, so we will just take the necessities, and we'll take like a pair of shorts, a jeans, and we'll be wearing 1 jeans. And if we need to go have laundry, then we'll do it in our apartment that we rented. And if not, then we'll just spend those 6 days with the 3 pairs of jeans that we have, which is fine, I think. So we just try to travel light. We don't need towels because they will be there in the apartment, so that saves a lot of space as well. I think you just need to be clever with what you bring. In my case, and people might think this is odd, but when I travel, I don't need to have a new pair of jeans on every day. If it's a warmer country, then of course it's nice to have a new t-shirt on for every day. So bring a few t-shirts, but they don't take up that much space in your luggage. So that is how we prepare for travel. And I don't like to pack like 3 days in advance. I just pack the evening before we go or the morning when we go. I know where everything is that I need, like the big things like the passport and the money and the camera and everything. And I just need a charger and it just, yeah. So it's, I don't spend a lot of time packing. I just have this rhythm and this routine that I do. And yeah. But Peter, you must be excited for your travel because you're going to Spain as well. Just a few days, I think it's 5 days or 6 days after we leave, you will go to Spain as well. That is so awesome. Spain is such a nice country to travel to. The food, I am looking forward to the food so much. So yeah, in that case, what I do to prepare a trip, because like the packing for me, it's of course that's also preparing for the trip, but that's a small part. For me, the preparing, that's what Tim and I always do. We have a shared message board on Trello. Trello is this to-do list app, and you can share a to-do list or a board in this case with anybody that you want. And we share a board, and on this board we can post ideas or wishes, and you can respond to each other's wishes and tips and things, and you can put pictures in there, you can put links to websites, or so we collect a lot of data on where we want to go, or even sometimes we have numerous destinations and we just put information in there, and then when we talk about it, we just go like, okay, what does appeal to us the most, and then yeah. Oh, hey, Joyce. Welcome here. Joyce made it. Yeah. Joyce, let me know as well. Is this a convenient time for a live stream? Because I'm trying this out. This is the second Talky Tuesday, and I'm just figuring out what time slot is the best for my followers so that we can actually talk to each other. Because that is why I want to do Talky Tuesdays, not just to talk myself, but to have a conversation with you. So let me know. And if you have a question, Joyce, we're talking about traveling and how you travel. Let me know, what do you do to prepare for travel, and how do you prepare? And yeah, let me know. Your largest bag is the tech and photo bag. That's actually what Jesse is asking. And I do have quite a large backpack. That is true. Let me show you. And this is quite a big one. As you can see, it's really thick. It has 3 compartments. And in this big compartment, it even has 2 compartments. That is the thing that I always use, because I normally take my DSLR camera, which is the bigger camera, with me. It needs to be in a proper contained bag. And of course, we always need some bottles of water if we go to warm destinations. So the bag is always quite heavy and quite thick. And I always have like things like this, like little tripods in my bag as well, to take pictures, to take nice pictures. But in this case, I actually just received it today. It's a new bag, which is a bit smaller, and it has 1 bigger compartment and then a few smaller ones. And I'm actually going to try this out in Spain and Mallorca, because I don't want to bring my big DSLR camera this time. My DSLR camera is just for making pictures. I don't vlog with it. I have been vlogging with my iPhone 10 up till now, or actually the first videos that we shot in Barcelona and in New York way back. Those were done with a smaller, simpler camera, but now we've used the phone all the time. But I actually bought a new camera as a little treat for myself, which is the Canon G7X. So this will be my new vlogging camera, because it has a screen that pops up so you can watch yourself when you're vlogging, because Tim and I will be doing videos together more and more. So Tim will not only be filming me anymore like he used to do in the past. So we do need a proper vlogging camera with this angle so we can see both of us if we are in the shot together. So this is a treat for myself, and this camera also takes super nice pictures. So I decided not to take my DSLR camera with me on this trip to Spain, and I will see how that goes. So my backpack will be considerably lighter. And I'm looking forward to that because it's always quite a hassle. Hi, Nicole, welcome. And so we're just trying to travel a bit lighter and see what that brings for us. So yeah, this is a good time for you as well. In the oh yeah, cool, Las Vegas time. Joyce, Las Vegas. We hope to visit Las Vegas this summer, but we have to keep our fingers crossed. It depends on Tim's operation at the end of March, how that will go. And if his operation goes really good, then we might travel to Las Vegas, San Francisco, and the whole national parks this summer. And otherwise, we'll do it next year, probably, because we really want to do that. Yeah, so preparing for the trip. So I talked about the the message board that Tim and I share, and that we put ideas in, and then we discuss the ideas over dinner or just when we are spending time together on the couch and talking about traveling. And then when we pick a location, then we can add even more tips and tricks. And what we always do is just have a look around on the internet, like for hotspots or for nice locations to eat, or in my case, I always investigate what is the local dish or local dishes that we need to try, because ever since we've started doing this STUFR channel, we have been looking more into the local food, which has been so much fun because it really opened up a whole new world of food to us. And so for Mallorca, I've already looked into what is the typically Mallorcan dish. And there are quite a few dishes that I'm really excited about. And of course, we will be making videos about them. I think it's around like 8 or 9 dishes that we really want to try. So I put them all in the list, in the to-do list, so Tim and I can both see it. And yeah, we can add things there. And that's a whole lot of preparation that we do. And that's the part that I like a lot. I also watch a lot of YouTube videos to see what other people have been eating or doing, or, you know, websites like that share like top 5 lists to do on a specific place, because those top 5 lists or whatever, they really give you a good inkling on what you want to do there. And also, I always try to look for things to do off the beaten path. So like things that not all tourists do. But the tourist things are the ones that we need to do, because you're there for one time, so you really need to see the highlights. And I know there's always a lot of tourists there, but they don't bother me that much, actually. So, okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Joyce, I love Tim doing more vlogs. Yes, Tim is really getting into the whole STUFR video vibe. He used to film me, but he has been more comfortable in front of the camera lately. And ever since, I don't know, since Japan, we started doing a few videos together, or of him showing up a little bit in them. Now he has his own Kitchen Tuesday videos. And yeah, I really like that he has his own videos now as well, and he's liking it as well. So thanks for giving Tim a thumbs up as well. And if we go to Las Vegas, we definitely have to meet up, and you can give us some tips there as well on what to eat. If we go to Vegas, we will be there for a few days, not too much, because it will be like a round road trip. So we don't have like a whole week in Vegas, but we will have, I think, well, give us a clue, Joyce. How many days do we need in Vegas? I always hear so many different things about it. Some people say, oh, well, in 2 days, you've seen most of it. And other people, they spent a week there and don't have enough time to see everything. So yeah, let us know, what do you propose that we should do? How many days should we spend in Las Vegas, and that we have enough time to drink a cup of tea or have some food with you as well? Yeah, let me see. Do you have any other questions about me traveling, or how Tim and I prepare for a travel? Put them in the question box and let me know what you think or what you want me to answer. Yeah. Oh, Jesse, have you been on crutches as well? Yeah, it's not super easy. That's why we actually decided on Mallorca. We always love doing city trips. Tim and I are huge city trip fans. We just like to go to a city for 3 days or something, and then immerse in the city and just have a walk around and get the vibe. And I don't know, But in this case, because he has to walk on crutches now for a bit, that we can't do that, because it's not easy to go to a city and to walk around on crutches. So we decided to go to Mallorca and rent a car as well. So we had a really, really good offer. We looked on Airbnb for a apartment. We had super cheap flights from Düsseldorf to Mallorca. It was only 50 euros per person, which is ridiculous. A round trip, ridiculous. Then we had the Airbnb, which was super cheap, and then we paid for a rental car. So we are going on a really cheap but super nice holiday. And because of the rental car, we can drive around the whole island. It's not super big, so we can drive around, see nice spots, and then we can get out of the car and we can walk around a little bit. But we don't have to walk all the way. And Palma, which is the main city, the capital city, it's not that huge. So we'll just park the car and walk around, and if we need, we can take the car and go somewhere else. And Tim already found that there's also this really like touristy train thing that goes all the way up into the mountains and then back to Palma de Mallorca, and he really wants to do that as well. So I'll join him, and yeah, that will be fun. We'll probably make a video out of it. Let me see. Peter has a question. Do you like the aisle or the window on the plane? Yeah, that is always a good question. And that's one of you sit in the middle. So you sit across from the aisle from the other. Oh, that is also quite clever, yeah. I do like to sit on the aisle, because then if I have to go to the toilet, I don't have to bother somebody else. But I don't like it if I want to sleep and then somebody from the left of me needs to go and cross me and I need to stand up, and then that person can go to the toilet. That gets me out of my sleep, because I really have a hard time sleeping on an airplane. I rarely am able to sleep on it. And last time we went to Japan, I got 2 sleeping pills. I took them and I thought, okay, this is going to help me get at least 6 hours of the whole trip. And then I slept for 3 hours, even with the sleeping pills. So yeah, so it's something that I have a hard time with. Tim always likes sitting at the window. I don't mind that much. I can watch through the window a little bit when I sit next to him. So I always let him sit next to the window, and I'll sit next to him there. And hopefully I prefer not having somebody else on the inside, like, so that I need to stand up if that person needs to go to the toilet. So that's mostly the main reason, because I know that Tim doesn't go to the toilet that much on the airplane. So I'm set if I'm on the right side of Tim, if the window is on the left. Let me see. Joyce says, if you gamble a lot, 2 to 3 days should be fine. It depends on if you just want to do. We can talk more later. Yeah, that will be fine. We will talk. If we go to Las Vegas, we will hit you up, Joyce. Anyway, we don't gamble. So it would just be to see. Of course, we need to see like the slot machines and see that. And we will put a little bit of money in it, but we are not big on gambling. But we would like to see one of those amazing Vegas shows. And I've read about a few like nice museums there. There was one with the neon light, the graveyard museum, which sounds really cool. And I've read of some other things, and like some really nice hotels that you need to see from the inside and the outside. And of course, you need to get the feel of the strip. And so I think we at least need 2 or 3 days. I think, yeah, that's something that, and probably we won't have more than 3 days because of the whole road trip. So yeah, that was what I was thinking about as well. And then Jesse says he had to use twice. Oh, ankle surgeries. Oh, that sounds really hard as well, Jesse. Oh, yeah. I was able to get by 5 times faster while using them. Oh, really? Okay, so you are quite the experienced crutches walker. Maybe you can give Tim a few tips. No, Tim's actually doing quite okay with it. Yeah, so Tim is on the window side. I'll be next to Tim. And then probably Brenda. Brenda wants to. I don't know what Brenda actually prefers. We haven't flown with her yet. So going to New York with Brenda will be the first time that we fly together. We have done a road trip together, but yeah, this will be the first time flying. And Brenda is actually coming in. It's next Monday. What time is it? Yeah, next Monday. Brenda is coming over for dinner. And then we will try to find tickets to New York for December, because we want to visit New York at Christmas time. And of course, we want to visit Peter and Brendan. And yeah, we can't wait for that. We are looking forward to it so much. We will find tickets. We hope to find them next week. If we don't, we'll find them soon, but we will find tickets. We just have to go. We planned it. We are doing it. Yay. So Peter, we will be visiting you. Make sure you are prepared for the three of us. And also good news, we will be filming new Tasty Thursdays on this Thursday, because we, yeah, it took some time. We have had some really busy schedules lately. So finally we get to film some new Tasty Thursday material. And then Peter, we also have your candy thing that you send over, and we will film that. And we have a huge, you can see it in the back, it's still waiting there. It's the whole huge bag that Aaron sent over. We will be filming that, Aaron, if you're watching this. Again, thanks so much for sending it. So we have plenty of things. We also have some licorice from Denmark from Net, and that we will be trying that as well. We'll film a few more weeks of Tasty Thursdays soon. We'll start doing a few on Monday, and then we'll film a few later on. Oh, Joyce's husband works at the Bellagio. Yeah, that's the fountain show. I've heard about it. Oh, that sounds really nice. Yeah, the Bellagio is on our list. It's with the fountains and everything. Yeah, that's really. Yeah, that's something that we will put on our list. Tim actually has been in Vegas before, like, I don't know, how many years ago, Tim? Tim, you are in the chat, so leave a comment. I think it's like 8 years ago, something, that you were there. And so he has been there, but I haven't. And I just need to go to Vegas once. My brother and sister-in-law were there not that long ago, and they had such a good time. They spent a whole week there, and they still couldn't see everything that they wanted to see. And they did a few really nice shows there. They went to the Backstreet Boys, and they did the Michael Jackson show from the Cirque du Soleil, and yeah, they had a really great time. Yeah, so yeah, I guessed it correctly. You were there 8 years ago. So yeah, that's about it for me preparing for a trip. We do the to-do list. We look on where to eat, what to do, and doing that really gets me into the holiday vibe. So that's why I love doing that. I love preparing for a trip in that way, that you really get some information on the country or the city or the food or culture. And that is the most fun for me. Because going on a spontaneous trip is also very nice, but then you don't have that build up to the moment that you're going, and you know where you're going, and yeah, you planned it, and it's looking forward to a holiday that also really is all fun to me. And that's why it's such a shame that we can't plan our summer holiday yet, but we will be planning it hopefully in a few months. And then yeah. Oh, you are retired, Joyce? I didn't know. Yeah, I never asked your age, but I'm not supposed to ask a woman's age, am I? So yeah. I think in Vegas, I always hear people say that Vegas is such a weird city, weird in a way that it's a real bubble that you enter when you enter Vegas. It's like a bubble of this. Yeah, I don't know if craziness is the good word. I don't know if you know what I mean, Joyce. And but it's like a bubble that you enter in the middle of the desert, and with all this bustling and people and going and if you enter like these hotels with all the slot machines and everything, they say that you don't see the difference between night and day anymore. It's like a whole, I don't know. I think that would be so interesting to experience going to Vegas. That's what I at least have in my mind. You always overpack, Joyce. I don't overpack. Sometimes I do bring stuff like t-shirts and shorts that I never wear, and that because I just brought too much. But I'm quite okay, I think, with packing. But I do have a big suitcase but I need space for souvenirs as well. The first time I went to New York by myself, I bought so many souvenirs. My whole suitcase was like filled to the edge. I had to really get everything squished in, and I bought so much. And yeah, that's I have been better with buying souvenirs, actually, because sometimes you just buy all these, not crappy, but yeah, sometimes crappy touristy things for a few dollars, and then you come home and you think, okay, where do I put it all? Now I just try to contain myself and just keep it to magnets. We buy these really silly or fun looking magnets from everywhere we go, and I put them on my magnet wall here in my study. And of course, sometimes we buy another nice looking thing, or we try to buy like things that you can use. Like in Japan, we bought some chopsticks, which we use for dinner now, or when we do Asian food, or things like that. So not overly, not overload on touristy things. And well, sometimes of course we just buy a nice little thing, but not as much as I used to do in the past when I went on a trip. Oh, that's why. Yeah, exactly. No clocks. Of course, that is a clever thing. I think the whole theory that the casinos use to get people in and to keep them there, that's also super interesting. We went to a casino with friends of ours in New York. We went to Pennsylvania, and then we had we went to a casino there. And it was interesting to see the casino culture there. It was, of course, not as huge as it will be in Las Vegas. So I'll be really interested in seeing how that whole casino vibe, the whole Las Vegas vibe is. I think that's super interesting, and I love seeing those types of things and experiencing, and maybe talk to people about it or whatever. And it would be fun to see you, Joyce, and you can give us the inside scoops on working at the Bellagio and things like that. That would be awesome. It's almost time to stop because I want to do 30-minute Talky Tuesdays, because otherwise it will just be too long and Peter's lunch will be over and I still want to take a bath. So I'll be turning on the tap in just a minute and have a nice relaxing evening. I hope you'll have a great day there as well. Thanks for being here. Thanks for talking to me. Thanks for asking questions or popping in some other comments. This is what I had in mind for Talky Tuesdays. Not just me talking, of course, more than you can ask questions, but still, this is what I had in mind. And yeah, we'll do a new Talky Tuesday after Mallorca, and we might just do a live stream there if we have a nice spot and where we can do a nice live stream. We might just have a spontaneous live stream, Tim and I together, and we'll see. And yeah, so keep an eye out for that. And thanks, Jesse, for joining. Thanks, Joyce, for joining. Thanks, Peter, for being here on your lunch break. Yeah, and thanks. Who else was there? Let me see. And thanks, of course, Nicole for being here. And thanks, Tim. Tim is downstairs, but he had a shower and he didn't do his hair, so he didn't want to come into the live stream today. But that's okay. We will probably do a live stream together again someday soon. So thanks for watching. Have a great day and see you again soon. This Thursday, there will be a new Tasty Thursday, all these TTTs. And there will be a new STUFR on Sunday. And I think that might be another Japan video. I hope you like the escargot one that we put out last Sunday. That was so much fun, tasting the escargots. Well, fun in a way that it was crazy, and it wasn't my favorite thing. It was one of the worst things I ate, I think, so far. But we had a lot of fun filming it and trying it, and I love trying new food. And it wasn't, I didn't throw up or anything, but it was quite strange for me. So I hope you liked that video as well. If you haven't seen it, then check it out soon, because I think it's one of the funniest STUFRs so far. That one and the haggis one are the most crazy things that we tried so far. If you haven't checked out our Patreon site, then check it out. It will be in the link below somewhere. We have a Patreon site. If you want to support us, you can support us for only $2 a month. And in that case, you'll get behind the scenes footage of not all, but of some of the videos that we make. You'll get special messages from us and everything. So check out Patreon, become our friend there and support us. And then, yeah, you'll get some nice content. Yeah, Jesse, I totally agree with you. Haggis tastes so much better than escargot. Haggis wasn't that bad, actually. I could eat that again. I don't know if I would order it, but I didn't have a hard time eating it. It was just in my head that what was on my plate was horrible, but the taste was really good. So thanks again. Bye-bye. See you very soon. Thanks for being here. Oh, where is the thing? I always keep, yeah, my mouse was